Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at the 1987 release by Dapol from their Doctor Who series of action figures. And now this particular action figure we're looking at today is a Marx style Dalek with friction drive. Now when Dapol was granted the license in 1987 to produce Doctor Who action figures and play sets for the upcoming 25th anniversary, they bought the original Marx moulds from Louis Marx, and they did produce some of the Daleks in the original Marx style. And this particular Dalek we're looking at today is in the Marx style. Okay, so this is the card that it comes on, and it says Doctor Who, and you've got the TARDIS in the bubble, as seen in the opening sequences in the 1980s. And it says Dalek with friction drive, as originally produced by Louis Marx. And it says available in several colours, and you've got the barcode and the Dapol logo at the bottom there. And if I just turn the card round to the back, we'll see what's on the back. Okay, so on the back we've got again the TARDIS in the bubble from the opening title sequence, Doctor Who from Dapol. Other items available, collect them all. You got Ace W015, Doctor W1, Melanie W2, Dalek W8, the Tech Trap W3, the Cyberman MK Mark V W9, Davros W016, the TARDIS Police Box W5 available separately, and the 25th anniversary set contains a TARDIS, 5-sided console, Doctor, Grey Coat, Melanie Pink, and K9. Contains small parts, unsuitable for children under 36 years. And at the very bottom, you've got all the copyright information, BBC 1987, licensed by BBC Product Enterprises, and a Tetrap, BBC, Pip and Jane Baker, Dapol, Winsford, Cheshire. Okay, so that is the back of the card. So let's turn the card back round and have a good look at the Dalek itself. Okay, so I've turned the card back round and we're looking at the Dalek itself now. Obviously this is quite old. There is a little split at the bottom of the bubble pack there, and it looks like this has been in some sunlight because there is some discolouring to the bubble and to the Dalek underneath, because it should be black and white. Now you can see at this side it's white, and this side it's gone yellow where it's been in sunlight. So I'm guessing this was a display item that was in a window display or something like that, because it has discoloured somewhat, but it shouldn't be too difficult to restore it back to its colouring. It has been protected by the bubble, so hopefully inside a good clean, and it will all go back to the original colouring. But basically it was a black Dalek with the white dome head, or dome top I should say, and the base and the wheels. Now these were friction Daleks, friction drive, so you pushed them along and they would continue to go, and they had that electronic sound as you pushed them along, just like all friction drive toys of the era. It wasn't pulled back, so if you pulled it back it wouldn't go anywhere. It would, again, it just continued to drive backwards because it was friction drive. So that's the wheels on the base. There was 3 wheels on the base, and on the bottom there you can see the Marx logo. If I just come in a bit closer, that's the original Louis Marx logo there, which was on these moulds. And like I say, Dapol bought out the Louis Marx moulds when they were granted the license by BBC Enterprises to make the merchandise for the 25th anniversary. Okay, so how well did they do? Well, let's see. Back in the day, there was no other Dalek merchandise available. There hadn't been any merchandise produced since the Palitoy ones of the 1970s. So yeah, Dalek merchandise, in fact all Doctor Who figures, there was no other Doctor Who figures since the Dennis Figure ones, so they were pretty much in high demand from the BBC, from the Doctor Who fans and collectors. So yeah, I mean, they done fairly well. They produced and sold and they did sell out. The only criticism is that you couldn't get them in normal stores. They were specialist stores or exhibitions or own write-in mail order. That was the only way you could buy these items. So your regular toy stores didn't stock them. I mean, Dapol was originally they are a model train manufacturer. So moving into Doctor Who was something very new for them. Now the model trains were specialist stores that always sold their product, and that's the way they went with the Doctor Who merchandise, which was a shame really, because if they got it into mainstream stores, my God, it wouldn't have stopped. Now 1987 was the first manufacturing for Dapol. And they produced that. This was their first series in 87, which was all released in 1988 for the 25th anniversary. They did then produce a second series, which I think was 1989. Then they had a fire in their factory, unfortunately. I think it was about 1990, and a lot of the moulding and equipment was destroyed. So the next batch that they produced wasn't until 1996, which was their Series 3. But sadly, by the early 2000s, I think they did produce a few box sets as well. But obviously, by then Doctor Who was back in production. The license expired, and then it went over to character options. So just a little brief history there from Dapol. But I'm going to say these items back in the day, they did sell very well for the limited outlets that they had. But they could have done so much better if they had been available through mainstream shops. But sadly, they wasn't. So back to the point now, trying to find these items now in this mint sealed condition is very difficult. Although I can see, obviously, this one is not as mint as I would have liked it to be, because it has got some discoloration due to the sunlight. But otherwise, it's still sealed on the card, and obviously it's going to be mint when you take it out, apart from the discoloration. But otherwise, it is superb. It's going to be, obviously, if the friction drive is going to be working perfectly, and all the appendages are still in mint condition. So yeah, very, very nice. And if you turned it around the other way, you wouldn't see the discoloration if you only wanted to display it. So it wouldn't make any difference. But finding them in these mint unopened cards now are very difficult indeed. Quite hard to find, but as usual, we at Minus Touch have managed to find a few, and they're currently available to purchase on the Minus Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Doctor Who items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we are uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive you're not going to want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or maybe just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. And believe me when I say, we have got some amazing items that have come in that we are trying to work through and shoot videos for and upload onto the website, because there's some amazing, very rare vintage items that will be available soon. So keep watching, because they are coming. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.